So matter is anything that has mass and takes place. Remember, once the matter has a particular mass and also that occupies space, so therefore you are now referring to matter. Okay, so now let's proceed now to the first property of matter. It's referring to the mass of object. So the amount of matter in an object and also the number of molecules and atoms. Now, because in referring to the general properties, the mass of an object or the amount of matter in an object, just like for example on the pictures that we have, on the first one is if you are standing in Earth, which is having a mass of 120 kilogram and your weight is 120 times 10, that would be equal to 1,200 Newton. But if you're going to transfer to the moon, we have the same mass, which is 120 kilogram, but your weight will become only for 200. So what is the reason behind on that one? It's because you are what? Less gravity. Less gravity on moon. So that all the materials, once they transfer to the moon, it will float. It will float. Right? Like the astronauts that we have, they are keep on exploring. So they will float. And then another thing for that one is the weighing scale. So the weighing scale, it should be what? It should be balanced. So you have to put more weights on that one so to get the specific amount. It should be the same. Okay? It will affect on the number of molecules and also the number of. Okay? Next. The second one is referring to the volume. The volume is amount of space it takes up. Like for example, the volume of a certain object. The total amount is like the first one in the hot air balloon. So you have to put more hot air so that it will expand. Like the same as from the balloon that we have. So what happens if the balloon gets more or inflate that one more air? What happened? What happened to the balloon if they
Goes
inject
up?
or probably put more air?
It will go down.
It will go down. How about you, Chloe? What happened to the balloon if you will put more air on that balloon?
More air, teacher. I believe it will go down.
Fall down or it will go down. Now, it's because the amount of air inside of the balloon, that's the reason why it will expand, right? It will expand, right? From the smaller balloon or probably is a deflated balloon, it become once you inflate on that one, it will expand. What happens if you're going to keep on putting a particular air on that? What
It will
happen now?
explode.
Yes, very good. It will explode because there's no space on that one. So therefore, anything that too much space on that one, and then once you put a certain matter on that one, it suit only on that particular container, and also it fits on that one. That will referring to the volume. Now, what if the matter now it's too much? Will goes out or probably it will pop or it will explode or you cannot tie as soon as possible. So that's the reason why the volume is the amount of space it takes up. Okay? Another thing is the weight. What is the difference between the mass and also the weight? That is the question. Every time that we are referring to the matter, because the mass and also the weight, they are general properties, but they have different definition in referring to the matter. So it's because the weight is the effect of gravity on mass. We are now referring so that all the objects having a particular gravity, you are now repelling. Wait. Now, just like you can do or hold a pen and then try to release as soon as possible. What happened now to the pen? Okay, so ready. Just put the pen on that one. Just hold the pen.
Pen.
Pen or pencil, any marker if you have. So after that one, you try to release without catching it. What happened, and then observe what happened to the pen. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So Chloe. Oh, Chloe, what happened to the pen?
Yeah.
What happened to the pen?
Fell down.
Okay, it fell down. So, once it fell down, so what happened? So, probably it changed direction. How about you, Lance?
It fell down, but then it changed.
Change?
It changed.
Muted.
No, it also fell, but it changed its position.
Okay, change in position. Now, how about you, Will?
It fell.
Okay, it fell. So, all the materials that we have or you release on the space, it will fell on the ground or reach the ground as soon as possible. There's any object, do you think there's any object that once you release on that one, it will goes up? Do you have an idea?
It has helium in it.
Do you have an idea or do you have a certain object? And
Balloon
once
that
you
has
release,
helium.
sorry?
Balloon that has helium.
A balloon.
Okay,
A
balloon,
balloon.
yes. Okay, so the balloon, yeah, that's true. So the balloon will goes up. But what happened now if the helium or the air coming from that balloon, it's already empty or probably freezing. So it will
Teacher,
goes
also a
down.
person. Also a person.
Yes.
For example, when you like bounce on the trampoline, you will release light, then it will like put it up in the sky.
Okay, so but after that one, if you are too heavy, you will go or probably reach the ground as soon as possible. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the meaning of the weight. Another thing is the general properties of matter is referring to the density of that one. The density is comparing of mass to the volume, meaning mass over volume. Now, what did you notice now on the picture? The two sets of picture is an elephant which is playing, and then the other one is the balloon. The left side is the balloon, and also the right side is the elephant which is carrying or lifting the ball. So, what is the difference between on that one? So, it depends on once an object is too light. For example, are you familiar with the Up movie? Are you familiar with the Up movie?
Yes, the guy
The
with
one
the
with the too
cowboy.
much balloon?
The house that flies.
Yes,
Yes, the old guy. The old guy.
yes, that's true. So meaning in that video, once they are preparing too much of the mass of that object, depends on the object that is going to much volume that area. Now the same thing in the picture, so we have the balloon also, the elephant tossing the ball. So therefore, they are the same in terms of volume. But if they are related to the mass of the one carrying that will have okay. And another thing is the molecule. The density it become low, the molecules are only few, but if that one it's become higher, so the molecules now it become more and much more compact. Next is inertia. What does it mean by inertia? Inertia is resist and a change in its state of motion. Now, just like for example, an object which is you're going to push on that. It's all the object is at rest. And then once you applied a particular motion on that one, then what happened? There's a particular inertia or movement of that one.
Teacher,
Just
what
like a
happened to
snake.
the cup and the water?
Okay, now, just like for example, in the cup and also the water. Now, the only thing that you have to do is get a cup and then put a paper and then put a coin at the top of that one, in the middle of that one, and try to pull as soon as possible the
Teacher, I don't
paper. Sorry? Dance? So, if you're going to look for the inertia, the only example for that one is once you are pushing something or pulling on that a certain object, once this object is at rest, meaning to say there's no motion on that one, and then once you applied a particular force, so therefore it will what? It will have a particular motion. Okay? The only thing that you have to do to find an inertia, get a cup, put a paper at the top of the cup, and then put a coin in the middle. Okay, so therefore, the coin now will be at rest. So the coin is not moving. Then, try to pull the paper as soon as possible, as fast as you can. Then what happened now to the coin? It will go down to the, or probably it will enter to the cup.
Have to fall in the cup? Like
What
that?
happened? What happened? What happened to the coin?
Well,
It fell inside the cup or outside the cup?
inside.
Okay, so that is referring to the inertia. Thank you, Will. Thank you for that one for showing the inertia.